Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us for this morning's launch of the Job Placement Portal and the Skills Registry app. It is indeed our pleasure to welcome you to share with us this morning as we tell you about some of the innovations that is happening here at the Heart NSTA Trust. My name is Julia Smiley Green. I am the Director of Marketing and Communications here at the Trust, and it's my pleasure to be your moderator this morning. We promise you over the next hour to engage you in what we believe will be an exciting session as we tell you about some of the ways that we are responding to our stakeholders, responding to what is happening in our environment, and ensuring that we are connecting with people in meaningful and engaging ways as we try to promote and promulgate our products and our services. This morning, we're going to be focusing on two portals that we believe will be beneficial, particularly to our job seekers and our employers. And these, we believe, will make it more accessible, more on demand, more convenient as you try to access the services of our certified, trained, and skilled professionals that we are building and developing to help to drive the economic growth of our country. Before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to pause right now for the playing of the national anthem. Let's acknowledge the anthem. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to acknowledge the persons who are physically present with us here in the room at our corporate office located at 6B Oxford Road. I also want to acknowledge those persons who have joined us in virtual land via our YouTube channel. And I want to, at this moment, take the time to make special mention of the chairman of our board of directors, Mr. Edward Gavidon, who has joined us online. And I also want to acknowledge other board members who have also joined. Right now, I acknowledge Director Wayne Robertson and Director Brian Bennett Easy. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time to join us in this launch. I also want to acknowledge our Acting Managing Director, Mrs. Noblet Denton Prince, Deputy Managing Director, Acting Ms. Kenisha Campbell, Senior Directors who have joined online and physically present. We have in the room Dr. Marcia Rowe Amonde, Senior Director for Learning Resources and Curriculum Development, as well as Mrs. Trisha Mclean Rowe, Senior Director for ICT. Other directors who have joined, managers, staff, members of the general public who have taken the time to be here with us this morning, I want to say welcome, thank you for joining, and we ask that you continue to engage with us as we go on this journey this morning. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I have been speaking about these portals, and how we are innovating and revamping what we do, particularly within the climate of the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, which has seen us now being restricted in terms of face-to-face learning, delivery, and receipt, as well as general gatherings of how we may have predominantly been engaging our stakeholders in the past. These platforms are just some of the ways that we are now able to engage persons meaningfully in the virtual landscape. And as we go through the proceedings this morning, you'll definitely be learning more about what these portals are, what they do, how you can benefit from them. And to help us understand a little bit more about both our job placement portal and skills registry app, it's my pleasure at this point in time to invite Mrs. Trisha Mclean Rowe, Senior Director for ICT, to give you a general overview. Let's welcome Mrs. Mclean Rowe.
Good morning, colleagues. Good morning to all our online viewers. Thank you for joining us today. And I'm bringing greetings on behalf of the ICT division and the work that we would have done along with all the other colleagues in launching this portal. The ICT division is responsible for the development of policy and legislation to support, modernize ICT capabilities of the organization so that the organization can achieve its goals. We have a crucial role to play in ensuring that the agency can communicate with potential or existing target audiences through different methods of technology. We constantly assess and innovate so that the trust is not left behind. One of the Trust's goals is to provide job placement and to connect employers and or partners with competent and qualified employees. It is with this in mind that we are here to realize the launch of the new and improved job placement portal, as well as the launch of the newly developed Skills Registry mobile app. The job placement portal was birthed to facilitate the placement of job seekers in vacancies which employers inform the organization about or place on the portal. Up to 2015, the processes in the trust were mainly manual with the use of spreadsheets. Since then, there has been a number of successive versions of an automated system which has been implemented with enhancements for functionality and user interface, as well as stakeholders consistently and constantly providing reviews and finding ways to engage the job seeker and employer in more direct ways. The job placement portal was updated and upgraded in 2017 to an online portal which allowed the public to apply to HEART to facilitate employment and for employers to enter vacancy information directly rather than just sending the information to us here at HEART for entry. The system was later enhanced in 2018 to allow job seekers to apply directly to vacancies which were displayed on the website and to indicate if job seekers were also right. In 2019, a new design was also used to apply to the job placement portal. In 2021, a review of the look and feel was requested by our stakeholders, and this resulted in the portal which you're about to see. We have made constant changes and upgrades to the portal, which are testers and our target audience. We work assiduously to support the agency to achieve its goal in an efficient and technologically advanced way. Because we strive to be completely efficient in our work, we embarked on creating the HEART Skills Registry mobile app, which is more specific to skilled employment. This is another platform that will assist the agency with job placement by connecting skilled graduates or professionals with employers, whether they be business or individuals who are desirous of their services. The app will help to facilitate short to medium term employment for certified skilled professionals where customers can access their services. The skills registry will also allow potential employees to register, provide credible information about their experiences, qualifications, and their availability for work within various industries. They can achieve this simply by registering, logging on, and updating their profile on the web portal. From there, they can select the various job offers from potential clients. Hard graduates will be able to display their qualifications, an image of themselves, and their ratings based on previous employment and the parish in which they're located or where they're open to be working from. This portal will also be a game changer for employers, as it will provide them with the ability to handpick and screen potentially skilled workers. They will have a talented array of skilled professionals at their disposal, accessible from a mobile app on their phones. While there are many job placement agencies in the island, not many can boast of having a similar platform. Potential employers can hire whichever skilled worker they select via a WhatsApp message on their mobile device. Employers will also be able to easily verify the authenticity of the certification of the service provider, view their profile, their rating history, and be able to provide feedback on the service received, as well as to add their ratings after the project has been completed. We will have video presentations to walk everyone through how to use both portals, from signing up and highlighting the different features and functionality. These two portals, in addition to the Heart mobile app, are all significant technological advances that will allow the agency to remain competitive and responsive to the needs of all our stakeholders in this new digital age. Given the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic has significantly hampered a lot of the work we do, these portals are timely and advantageous, and we hope everyone will assist us in promoting them to make them more successful. Let us continue to work towards providing gainful employment for our nation's workers. Thank you so much for joining us for the launch of these portals.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Mclean Rowe. I am sure our viewers online, as well as our participants in the room here present with us, would now be in a better position to tell us what the Skills Registry app and the job placement portal will do for our job seekers and our employers. Mrs. Mclean Rowe also mentioned that we will be showing you some video presentations that will demonstrate how to navigate the portals. And we're going to be moving into that just now. We will begin by showing you videos relating to how to navigate the Skills Registry app, and that will be immediately followed by a video presentation showing you how to navigate the job placement portal.
The job placement portal, you access it by going to jobs.heart-nsta.org. On the portal, you will see a welcome icon. Welcome to the job placement portal. Please follow this guide to get a basic understanding of how our site works. You click next, it takes you to give you an explanation about our other icon, logging in. And it states if you already have an account with us, click this button to log into our system. Next, it takes you to see the jobs at a glance that are available on the system. Our next icon, it shows you signing up. If you're seeking a job, this is where you go to sign up. You just click the find button. Then it takes you to, are you looking for a candidate? This is if you are an employer and you're recruiting, and you click the find button. Then it asks, do you want a quick summary of the jobs which are currently available, as well as the number of employers hiring? And you can go back, you can go forth. So as you see, we went back and it took us back to our looking for candidates. We went next and it took us to looking at the number of jobs available. We went next, and when you go next, you see all the jobs that are available on this portal. So if you notice at a glance, it shows you all the jobs that you have available. When you go next, it shows you, we want your feedback. So when you use the portal, what kind of service did we offer? Was it very poor? Was it excellent, average, etc.? Then it shows you what are some of the testimonials that have been left on the system. In addition to that, it allows you to find out more. What are some of the resources that are available, etc. Now you can click off of this assistance at any time. You can log into the portal. So if you look at the screen, you have your home button, contact us, log in, and all the things we had gone through a while ago for the portal. Now you're logging into the portal. As you notice, jobs.heart-nsta.org. And as you note, once it is you click on the login, you again get your welcome button, which basically tells you how you're to follow the guide to see how the site works. But remember, you can exit the button at any time. Being a Heart user, I would have a Heart username. And so I type my Heart username along with my password, and I click login to the portal. Now, when I click login to the portal, it basically brings me to my home screen, my default home screen. And what this does is to show me the total number of job seeker applications, the graduates, the applicants that are currently placed, the number of current vacancies, applicants not yet placed, the rating, etc. And this information is being given in real time. So you notice as soon as you move, you see the buttons moving. All right, so let us go up. And this tells us for the year 2021 to 2022, we can get data to as far back as 2018, 2019. Now, when we click on our job seeker menu listing, we see job seeker request entry, job seeker orientation, job seeker interviews, job seeker placement, and an update on the candidate status. Now, when we click job seeker request entry, is it a new job seeker, or is it that we're looking at the requests which are already in place? So I just selected the job seeker request entries, and as you note, it shows what has been placed, signed up, types of interviews, so it gives you the status. I can select it by parish if I so desire, because now it's just all over the place. So I want Kingston. I select on Kingston, and as you notice in the parish, it tells you Kingston. So all the persons who would have signed up from Kingston would have been placed here. And we can do it with any of the other parishes, right? We can go ahead and we can do it with any of the other parishes. So we submit, we click on Portland, we submit, and we notice it changes from Kingston to Portland. All right, so now what we want to see is our orientation, job seeker orientation. And it tells us again, status, description, date applied, their first name, last name, TRN, NIS, etc. And again, we can look at it via parishes, or we can just look at the entire thing. We can look at whether it's orientation pending, applied, etc. Job seeker interviews. Now, our job seeker interviews, it's looking at all the requests we have, or we could do it via a first name, via a last name. We could just go ahead and just do what we need to do. All right, we are looking at job seeker placement. Now, the job seeker placement, is it that we're going to be accepting the offer, declining the offer? Then we will just have to look at what exactly we need. We, as the employer now, so just as how the job seeker can look at what the entries are, the orientation, etc., the job seeker also, we can look from that angle. So we can review our employer profile, and these are some of the employers that we have on the system. And as you note, we have a number of employers on the system, and it goes through and it gives you that information. Employer selection. Now with this, we put in our employer name, TRN, their title, placement type, etc. And we can do a search. We can do a general search or a specific search. We can also look at the employer listing, and you would have seen those from before, but just in a different format. The job placement reports, we can look at the type of job placement report. So we can look at the employer request report, the job seeker placement report, the status report, or requested occupations. We can look at the status. So we can print a report for it if it is that these are filled, vacant, on hold, cancelled, partially filled, expired, etc. And it also gives us the date. So we have to put in the date that we want, the start date and the end date, and we can generate this report in either Excel or PDF. For the job seeker placement, it's when your start date is, your end date, and because we have regions, we have them via regions. The job seeker status, it's one and the same with the start date, the end date, and we'll look at if you want it per parish, you can have it per parish, and you can also have it with the status. So what if the persons were successful for interview? You can look at all the people who were successful for interview, all who were placed, etc. And then you can also look at here the various types of occupation. So if you want to know who are the auditors, the accountants, you can have a report for that. Now, if you're the administrator for the system, then you can go ahead, you can manage the users, the testimonials, the reviews, the posts, etc., and you can assign the user roles. Here, you can simply log out of the system, or you can go back to your home page, and you notice you're still here on your home page where you first came in, and you saw the total number of job seekers. Now, let's say I'm moving to 2020, 2021. You would note that the total number of job seeker applications would have changed along with the graduates, the applicants currently placed, the total vacancies, current vacancies, etc. Total amount of rating, average rating. So all of that information is available via the portal. Then you can log out of this portal and it brings you back again to that wonderful home page where you see you get a welcome to the job placement portal, and you follow the guide in order to have the portal done.
Thank you for that update and for those videos showing us how to navigate our skills registry app and our job placement portal. I see several persons online who are commenting, people joining from as far as Montego Bay in St. James. We thank you for being here with us. And Romaine Watson, we want to acknowledge you especially for that comment telling us how much you love this initiative. We invite you, members of the public who have joined us online, to give us your feedback because we want to know that we are reaching you in effective and meaningful ways. We want to get your comments, your recommendations, so we know how to improve on what we do as we seek to ensure that we are fulfilling our mandate and we are being effective in doing so. So thank you so much for the feedback. Please keep them coming as we continue to tell you more about our job placement portal and skills registry application that are targeting our employers and job seekers, bridging that gap between persons who are seeking employment and those who want to make the recruitment process a little easier as they fulfill the skills needs within their various establishments, or even if they're individuals, you may also use these portals to access our services. As we now have a much better understanding of what the portals are and what they can do, we are moving on with the proceedings, and at this time I'm going to be inviting Dr. Marcia Rowe Amonde, Senior Director for Learning Resources and Curriculum Development, to bring remarks on behalf of our Deputy Managing Director, Ms. Kenisha Campbell, who
Did you know that it's just one number?
One number.
One number.
One number can get you to any heart institution in Jamaica.
One number.
All you need is one number.
99-43278.
Just one number.
It's easy as 99 heart.
Remember, that's one number.
99-43278.
To serve you faster, better, easier.
Heart NSTA Trust.
One number, many locations. One number for all information.
With one number, you can reach any heart location. 876-994-3278.
Good morning, everyone. To the chairman of our board, Mr. Edward Gabidon, who is joining us online, to the other board directors, to my colleagues in the room, to those out there in the public, colleagues online, a pleasant good morning to you. As an organization, we have always strived to be intentional and steadfast in our quest for being more efficient and adaptable as we serve our various target audiences. We have also had to grapple with frustration among our students, among the wider citizens, as they struggle to find viable employment opportunities. Some of our partners have also voiced their concerns. They have voiced their frustrations at not being able to find qualified, talented, and suitable individuals to employ. Our nation has a challenge with unattached youth, as we well know. Many are skilled, many are trained, many are certified, but they do not know where to find viable employment. As an organization, we have a mandate. We have a responsibility to ensure that our talented youth are not frustrated to the point where they are lured into illicit activities and engaged in antisocial behaviors. We have constantly assessed and addressed our inefficiencies, and the agency is now more equipped to properly serve our various target audiences. We are an adaptive and responsive agency, and following the success of the launch of our digital certificate solutions earlier this year, we are now happy to be able to launch our new and improved job placement and our skills registry app. What is the job placement portal? It is a tool that affords HEART the ability to achieve the commitment of connecting a verified pool of competent job seekers with recruiters for mutually beneficial and rewarding working relationships. The Skills Registry app, on the other hand, aims to facilitate short-term or medium-term employment for HEART-certified skilled professionals, where prospective customers can access their services. Both will have mobile application functionality, which is important as there are approximately 3.28 mobile customers in Jamaica. This means that without a shadow of a doubt that our nation is a well-connected and a fast emerging digital society, and therefore we need to be able to meet their needs efficiently. These portals are critical advancements. They will redefine our posture and our intent to serve and thrive in this new digital world, especially given the COVID-19 pandemic. The portals will offer the following combined benefits for job seekers. The job portal will allow job seekers to upload their current resume to become part of the agency's talent pool. Individuals will also be able to apply for specific job posts available and promoted on the platform. The Skills Registry app will allow job seekers to advertise their skills, advertise their previous employment ratings and current locations to potential clients. Job seekers will also receive messages on new jobs via WhatsApp, through their email inboxes and their inbox on the Skills Registry app. The portals will also provide the following combined benefits for job recruiters. Employers will benefit from access to an array of talent that has been vetted and the ability to post specific job openings to individuals with requisite skills. Additionally, customers or employers can select the services of skills providers based on ratings, based on locations, and based on personal preferences. Given that we are not the only agency that provides employment opportunities for youth, this is a major development that will make us more competitive. This should drastically increase the number of people employed through the agency and will afford thousands of individuals to demonstrate competencies that they have obtained at HEART or elsewhere. Data shows that Jamaica is on a path to rapid economic development and job creation, which means that new jobs are being made available, and this will increase the demand for skilled professionals. We have worked closely with our investors, our employers, other industry partners to create a trained and certified labor force. And to complement that, we must be able to provide opportunities to match that. We must continue to empower our nation's youth, which is very important for us as the nation's Human Capital Development Agency. This, everyone, is a significant development, and we need your support in promoting these portals as we better strive to serve and to respond to the needs of all our trainees, the general public, and our youth and our adults, as we strive to create a competent, skilled, and professional talent pool. I thank you.
Thank you so much for those remarks, Dr. Amonde, and for the endorsement of the job placement portal and the skills registry application. We want to thank you again, ladies and gentlemen, for the feedback that you have been providing online. And I can see that I have a very engaged and attentive audience, because there are several persons who are pointing out that we had an audio gap earlier. But I want to assure you that we did recognize and we adjusted that very quickly. And you didn't miss anything, because we would have ensured that we repeated what would have been taking place during that gap. So you will still have been totally informed as we go through the presentations and proceedings this morning. I see several other comments coming in about the example that this has set, and some of you may be asking how you can learn more or get further information about the portals and what we're doing here at the Heart NSTA Trust. We have been responsive and providing you with that information. But just to reiterate, you may follow us on our social media platforms. Of course, you're here with us on YouTube, so clearly you are aware of the platforms. But I take the opportunity to remind you that we are also available on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter, and our handle Heart NSTA Trust remains the same across all 4 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I also want to take the opportunity to remind you of our recently launched single number that makes it more accessible for you to access multiple locations across the Heart system using one number. And that number is simple and easy to remember. It is 876-99-HEART. So if you need additional information, be sure to contact our Customer Engagement Center using that single golden number, 99-HEART, and our agents and telephone operators remain on standby and committed to serving you and providing you with all the information that you may need. We are getting to that point, ladies and gentlemen, where we are bringing the curtains down on the proceedings, and we want to take schedules to join us here this morning. We hope by now you have a pretty clear understanding of how our new and improved job placement portal works, and also how the skills registry application will be able to serve that need of bridging the gap between professionals who are skilled and certified and seeking employment, and individuals or businesses who may need to tap into that resource to access those services. We thank you for joining us. We bid you adieu. We wish you well, and we ask that you continue to remain engaged as our valued stakeholders as we continue to improve, revamp, revise how we serve you so much, ladies and gentlemen.
Jamaica and its workforce are advancing quickly. Life-changing opportunities are arising. You need training and support. We are the renewed Heart NSTA Trust, committed